Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real on the Real, where we give you the real tea on our favorite reality TV shows. Hi, ladies.
Hi, everyone.
Hey,
My name is Uchenna.
And I'm IJ.
and I'm Dior.
So, tonight we are going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Reunion, Episode 1. So, we decided to celebrate the reunion by dressing up in our Sunday best. We wanted to glam it up just like the girls do. So, it was a very drama filled, argumentative, emotional night, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, it was. Um, I don't even know where to begin. So let's
I
just
do.
start from the beginning. So we got to so this time they started off differently. It was a dungeon themed evening
hmm
and Candy came ready to serve. She looked, I thought, fantastic.
You looked amazing. Yes.
Yes, she really did. Andy got on his knees and he was like, "Yes, mistress." It was
That
too
was
funny.
funny. That was
That
funny.
was
And all
cute.
the girls I thought looked beautiful. Let's go through the fashion. I thought
Okay.
they all looked great dressed in black. I don't think anybody looked bad. Drew looked the best that she could, you
Okay,
know.
because I was gonna say like that's the one that I was just like, and you know what I think it was for me? It was that she wasn't sitting up in her seat. She was kind of like leaning back like this, and I think
Right.
that made her look a little bit. And
Frumpy.
and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in like all her interviews and things, she just have her boobs all the way up in her face for
Right.
whatever reason. I just think if she had toned it down a little more, she would have
Mhm.
looked a little better. But I think her leaning like this the whole time
Right. I
wasn't
wonder
good
why she
for me.
leaned like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I was like, I think all her issues are with her leg, right? So I don't know. Maybe she had like a corset on or something. And it was
Oh,
like
and it was too hard for her to sit up
uncomfortable.
straight, so she had to lean back
Yeah,
so she could
probably.
breathe.
It probably wasn't
Yeah,
the right size
yeah.
or something.
So
As far
they
as outfits were, I thought, besides Candy looking spectacular, I thought that Portia's outfit was spectacular. I loved her in her short natural hair. I thought, bravo to you for coming out in your short natural hair. It looked silky. It looked black. It looked beautiful. It looked elegant. And of course, her makeup is always on point.
her
And
makeup
that's
was
just a
flawless.
natural.
I
Mhm.
thought
Yeah.
her hair was okay. I thought it looked better the way that they styled it looked better in her interviews than it did that night. But it looked great on her. Short hair is becoming on her. But I
Hmm.
thought her interview short style was better than her reunion short style.
I really loved her dress style. I like it was like
Mm-hmm.
form fitted and
See
I mean
through.
she looked really good in it.
Right, right. But all the women's like black is they had beautiful black dresses. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
couldn't fault anybody for their look from head to toe.
Yeah, they did great.
Jewelry and everything was just beautiful. Well done, ladies.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Hmm.
Okay, so it we started off
Oh, I
with
did want to say, I'm surprised you didn't say Portia's rings on her fingers were stunning. Did you notice them?
no.
I'm surprised because you usually love rings and jewelry.
Yeah, I
You should
do.
rewatch it. Her rings were stunning. I was like, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at her rings. So Andy started it off without any holding back any punches. He went to Kenya and Porsha. They had the most beef this season, and he pretty much
Unnecessary
started.
beef.
Um, well, no, I think their beef has been stemming from years and years of, dislike from each other. So he started it off, with the whole Black Lives Matter and how Kenya kind of came after her because she really didn't believe that Portia was sincere. And
Mhm.
I can understand it because judging from Portia's past, you can kind of see how she wasn't too sure if she was really being true to the cause, but Portia was. Portia is a changed person, and Kenya
Wait,
really
what
wasn't giving her
so
credit
what
for
about
that.
her past?
Hmm?
What about her past?
That's what I'm
Be-
waiting to hear.
Should we
Well, her past was, I mean, Portia didn't care about anything but being Portia and partying and having a good time.
But
So
isn't it
she
all of them?
wasn't. Well, she was very immature. I mean, let's keep it real. Porsha was immature.
She was immature.
She was immature. She was getting into fights with everybody, kicking. I mean, she fought everyone physically, even good old Miss Goody Two Shoes Cynthia. Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not act like just because Miss Porsha is good now that she wasn't the devil before, because she was. She was fighting everyone.
You can be the devil or you can be whatever and still care about Black Lives Matter.
But she had not shown that before. So it's okay if people weren't sure if that's who she really was. You can have doubt.
But why would you be out there in the hot sun, in the hot of summer, marching for miles, going to jail, being at speaking engagements, uplifting your community, and then go around and do it twice and continue it on, and you're still doubting her?
You can still doubt people. Okay. You can see, especially when someone is a celebrity, you can wonder if the person is doing it for views and likes and for money. You can always doubt them.
You can do a lot of other things for more views and likes.
No, I mean, you can always have that little inkling of a doubt, but if you see that person is really still doing it and being true, then you're like, okay, this person is real.
I think a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the angst that was between Porsha and Kenya this season wasn't due to Porsha. It was due to Kenya's ugliness, her dislike of Porsha, and looking, because Porsha could have came for Kenya plenty of times this season, but Porsha kept whoever her therapist was. That's who Kenya needs to go see. It will help Kenya get over her failed marriage. It will help Kenya get over her anger, just like it matured Porsha significantly. Kenya needs to go see that therapist.
You're saying that Kenya's failed marriage, you're saying it as if it's a dig towards Kenya.
Oh, no, it's not a dig.
That's how you're saying it. And there's
it will
a lot
help
of
her
people,
let go. No, it's the anger. It's the anger that
the way
she
you're
has.
saying it is like it's a dig towards Kenya. And there's a lot of people with failed marriages.
Hurt people. Right, that's what I'm seeing from Kenya's behavior. She's hurt from what's going on in her life. And so she's looking for people that she can attack with it. And that's what I'm seeing. And I'm saying that Porsha was hurt before, whether it was her ex-husband and the abuse she went through with him and so forth. She would hurt people. And that's
not the reason why she was, because that was eons ago. She done got over that. She was
we can't really tell. She's probably counseling probably helped.
No, that was a long time ago. She got over that. The reason why she was so angry had other reasons. She was hurt by something, but you can't blame that. It was what, 8-9 years ago that failed marriage.
What's Kenya's?
It's like the real on the real reunion. Yeah, giving us all the drama.
You can't fault people for failed marriages because it takes two.
I'm not talking about failed marriage. I'm talking
Mark
about
is a mean person.
I don't know what Mark is like.
By the way that Kenya acts around Mark, she was very subservient.
Like I said, she's hurt, and hurt people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you have to admit the way that you said that you were trying to dig on that.
It'll help her not be so angry and not to attack so much. Just like when Porsha gets attacked, she takes it in and leaves. Simple. That's the best way to handle it. But anyways, back to it. I thought it was quite interesting. I never got to see the PSA announcement. Did anybody else see the PSA?
They didn't show it.
Okay.
Oh, the whole PSA.
Yeah, I never got to see it on the show at all.
They didn't even film it on the show. They didn't talk about it on the show at all.
Yeah. So should Porsha have invited her? I'm on the fence about that, because in the end, the Black Lives Matter is bigger than one person. So I'm on the fence of if she should have invited her or she shouldn't have invited her. I don't know about that one. I'm just still thinking, should she have invited her? But then it's kind of hard to invite somebody that you don't get along with, somebody that doesn't.
If it is Black Lives Matter, and if you're supposed to be promoting it to the biggest, trying to get the biggest eyes seen to it and bring it to the biggest audience, then you would invite all the girls to do it if that's your intention. But if your intention
it's also hard.
But if your intention is if your anger towards someone or your dislike towards someone is bigger than that, then you won't. But it's her choice, and she chose not to do it.
But it is hard to invite somebody to do something with you when that person doesn't believe in what you're doing, doesn't believe in who you are, and will take every type of dig at you, especially the whole BOGO thing. I mean, I would find it hard to sit with somebody and invite somebody to something like that. So probably just to keep the peace and keep things in a positive space, she just chose not to include her. But I mean, I could see where maybe she should have, but I can understand also why she didn't. So in
Right,
the
she
end,
chose not to.
she chose not to, which was probably best for her and the situation. Yeah. But yeah, but I think that the whole thing with also like wearing the Indian outfit, like I don't know if Drew's story was true or not. Like
Well,
she
It
said,
didn't
obviously,
seem, it didn't seem true.
no, Drew is a liar. She's a liar. She's a storyteller.
I'm
Drew's
very
thing was
curious.
not exactly. It was not true because she
so
had
you don't think
hashtag
that Brew is
Halloween on there.
you don't think
So
that Drew is part Indian?
she didn't say she was part Indian. I don't know. She
Yeah,
didn't say I'm part.
she said she's part Indian and her grandmother made
She
the
didn't say I'm
outfit.
part Indian. She said her grandmother made the outfit or something like that. So
And
she
she
didn't say
said
I'm
for
part
her
Indian.
heritage, but she didn't, yes, specifically say.
Yeah, for her
Yeah, she didn't.
heritage, right.
Well, she
So
didn't say
what
that
was
I'm part
Kenya's
Indian.
excuse for
And
wearing
then she
Indian?
I mean,
also,
Kia said the same thing about her heritage, but it's
First
just
time
the
I'm
fact she never said that
everyone
she was,
tries to say that they have some
yeah,
Indian in them.
I
yeah.
know I don't
No,
have Indian in me.
no, you don't. You're from Africa.
I sure am.
So I think she was lying because in the
They were both lying.
well, no, I don't
Yeah,
think Kenya.
Kenya said she's part Indian. I was like, oh, okay.
Kenya says she's part. She might have some.
She didn't
Oh, then Drew
necessarily
doesn't
say
either.
she was part Indian. She said that she had aunts that lived on a reservation. So I didn't know what that meant.
I know. I didn't know what that
I
meant
was
Well,
just
she,
either.
you
like,
know
I
what?
don't
She
know if
owned
that
up.
qualifies you.
She owned up to her fault. She said it was
Now,
wrong. And she said that she also did research and she learned why what she did was wrong. She didn't try to defend what she did. She said that what she did was wrong and she stated the reason why. And she said that, who was pointing fingers at her, she was like, well, Drew, you did the exact same thing. And on your post, you had hashtag Halloween. So, and then did she also say that Lauren was also, I missed it. I didn't rewind it. Did she say
She
that
said
Lauren also had a picture of,
she said Porsha shared a picture of Lauren dressed as an Indian. I don't know if it was this year or in the past. I mean,
right. So, I mean, there was a
I'm
point.
still trying to understand why people can't wear Indian outfits. I'm still, unfortunately, trying to
Well,
figure it out.
they think that it's they believe that it's appropriation of their heritage, and they think that people are making fun of them. So
Oh.
they don't like it when people do it, and if they don't like it, then you just don't do it. So if they have a problem with it, then you respect their culture. They said it's not a cult, it's not a costume, it's part of their heritage, it's part of their culture. So they don't like it when people dress in their cultural garb.
I guess
Just
it's
it
the
like
almost
same.
Granny.
So I
feels,
guess then people can't, I mean, I guess it's like people dressing in blackface.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a
That's, I
different
mean,
story behind blackface.
I mean,
that's
I know the story behind blackface and Jim Crow's laws, but I'm just saying, then that means that people can't walk around in kimonos and so forth.
correct. I mean, I just think, yeah, and then there's a lot of like, there's the Trail of Tears and a lot of things behind the Native American culture that they don't want mocked and they want to be they have powwows and stuff that are like traditional celebrations where they wear that attire. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just but I almost feel like it's kind of, what's the guy's name from The Bachelor, the one who the host, what's his name?
Oh, Chris Harris.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, because I think Drew's incident was like 10 years ago. And I feel like maybe it's just
Drew's incident was 10 years ago.
That's
I
what,
don't know if it was.
that's
Yeah,
what
I
she
thought
said.
it was in the past. And then
That's what she
why
said.
are we going 10 years back to look at somebody doing
But
something?
the thing is, it's like, I feel like, only recently, like those cultures have made more, like expressed, like they try
Yeah.
to, they change
Well, I
basketball
don't think it
teams.
was 10 years ago, but I think it was in the past. But she was like, "You go in 10 years in the past," but it
Okay,
wasn't. It wasn't
okay,
10 years in the past, but it was
yeah.
in the
But
past.
I'm just saying, like, it almost feels like if you say that, then you're just like Chris, like where, oh, we didn't know that we couldn't do
Right,
that
right,
so recently.
right.
But I do think that there's been more awareness around it, especially
Hmm.
with them changing like team names and things like
Right.
that.
But
So that,
they've not liked it for a very long
right,
time. But
right.
like Dior said, it's just now made more aware how offensive it is to
Hmm.
them. Hmm.
Mhm. Well, then back into talking about Drew. What did you guys think about that whole segment on Drew's family?
So I happen to agree with Kenya on her not bringing her son and the whole scenario of her meeting the dad. And I thought that was very awkward, but I don't agree with Kenya liking someone's making fun of the son.
Wait,
Reposting.
Retweeting
what was
someone
it exactly?
something. It's I think it was something like he is very awkward or something like that. The
Was
kid
this?
was very cringy or
Oh,
something
no,
like
no, no.
that.
Yeah, but I mean, what was the scenario exactly? Like, what was the only
I
thing that I was like, ooh, is the fact that he called the his now stepdad uncle. I thought that was like, oh, that's a interesting way to like introduce, your
mhm.
boyfriend that might be one day your husband to your child. And then the new dad, old dad, but I didn't see anything cringy about it. But what was the cringy thing that people were talking
I
about?
don't know. I think maybe the whole how the kid acted towards the dad was cringy. I don't know, but I just thought I think the whole interaction between the
But I
kid.
mean, a lot of them have had, they're like Riley and Candy. Like we've seen
Mhm.
that play out in
But we
Riley.
never saw them interacting together. Just the whole, we knew about it, but we never
Mhm.
seen them actually meet.
We did see them actually meet. They met over lunch. They met over
But
lunch.
wasn't
Candy,
Riley much older?
Riley. This was
Was
like
in her
two.
teens.
This was like 2, 3 years ago.
She
Riley
was
met
in her
with her
teens.
dad.
She wasn't
Oh,
9 years old.
yeah,
She
but
was.
I also think that it is important to show, and I love the whole episode where it showed him being such a great father figure for that young man,
Yeah.
and him
Mhm.
making sure that he's involved in the young boy's life and inviting the father in and not making it an adversarial type of relationship, father against stepfather, and making sure that he understands this is where you come from. And
Mhm.
I did like that Drew did open up that segment of her family's life, which was probably honestly one of the few true moments that we got to see this year from Drew and from everybody else, because we don't really get to see true unscripted portions of people's lives. And we got to see how separation and how kids honestly are. I didn't know that some kids can be standoffish like that. And do you power through it, or do you keep trying to introduce them, and will they eventually get to know their father? And you could see near the end the young man warmed up to his father.
Right. I
So
for
I,
me,
I I
I
didn't
thought
think that
that part was good, but
yeah.
I particularly didn't. I felt uncomfortable watching the interaction between the son and the father, how awkward it was. And I think when the kid sees it, or when the kid is at school and the other kids see it, I think he might get teased and he might get made fun of. But I mean, I think, and as you see, other people also had some stuff to say. So I think when you open yourself to really exposing all the aspects of your family's life, especially when it comes to your children, then you open yourself to being judged. And you
Mhm.
open up
I
your
don't
kid.
think
Wait, you
don't
also
think
open up
that
your child to being judged. And then you put that, then you open up him to be made fun of, then being teased. So even though it's good for the public and for you to see that, you have to think of how it is going to be for his child, for your child.
Mhm.
Oh, I think we lost her.
But
What do
yeah,
you think, Dior?
I just
Hi,
thought
sorry, I'm back. We had
What do you
little
think, Dior?
I thought the way she Drew brought up the issue. It was just, I don't know, it's something about me, it's something about the way she approaches things. Like, I understand that she could have been upset about it, but I mean, I don't
You think
know.
she was acting?
I mean, she had
Oh,
tears. I don't know, but it was very
I think
dramatized.
that was acting on that part.
Yeah,
That was
it's
definitely
very
was acting
dramatized.
on that part when she was like,
I will never forgive you ever again.
but
I
I
will
do
never
believe
forget it.
that, and Candy did side with Drew on that. She did side with Drew on that.
That
That
children shouldn't, like, we shouldn't be talking about
Right.
each other's children, which I think most. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
everyone would say that.
Kenya got really upset at Mimi for saying she was carrying a buffalo when she wasn't directly talking about
Talking
her
about the
child.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
And then Kenya
So
did apologize. Kenya apologized. She did say that she was wrong for
yeah.
But
retweeting that.
I
And she
wonder
shouldn't have done
how.
that.
But I wonder,
But
when
she said
people
if
give up,
you took offense to it,
if
which
you
is
No,
took
like
she said,
offense to
and you
that,
did take offense to it. And she said, and you did take offense to it.
I
I
think that
apologize.
when Kenya apologizes, it's not. I don't feel like it's a true
Well,
sorry or
no, Kenya
true
usually doesn't
apology.
apologize. She usually does not
mm,
apologize because when there was another point where she was like, "I'm not going to apologize for that," and she didn't. I can't remember what the scenario was,
yeah, I
but
can't
she was
even.
like, I'm not sorry I said that, or I'm not taking that back." So I think
Mm,
when she apologizes, she means it. And even Drew was like, I was surprised that she apologized to me. So I don't think it's
mhm,
something that she does very often. But when she knows she's wrong, she does apologize for it.
Okay. So
mm.
then we can talk about like the next scene is Kenya's the whole marriage scene that happened this season with Kenya. I personally thought that it was over last season. I didn't know that it was going to be a whole nother season. I thought everything was done and it was over last season, but I think last season was just the beginning of it. It flew into this season, and I was seriously surprised because I thought it's all done and over with. But damn
Well,
that COVID, you
well, I
know.
think that she like we had discussed before, um, she wanted a marriage. She wants a family. She wants Brooklyn to have a mother and a father, just like she didn't have. She only had her dad. I
Well,
think
I
her
also
she
think that she is coming to realize that you can't make somebody be something just because you want it so bad. Sometimes
Mm,
it's just time to let go, and her friends have been telling her. But I thought, that she still holds hope because she's still wearing the ring. She still talks about being married. So she still is holding hope. And I think that if he decided I'm going to behave for a little bit and came to visit her, that she would take him back and he would do whatever he wanted to do and then leave again and act the fool. And it would be a repeating cycle till
but she
she
did file for
becomes,
divorce. So that's a
but
step
she's
forward.
still wearing her ring. She still talks
mhm.
about being married,
I mean,
and
she is married, but I
She
guess,
is she
yeah,
is still
she's
married. That
yeah,
married.
is
I mean, she
true.
still is
But I
married, but
think it's a step
nonetheless,
forward because before she
nonetheless,
wasn't even entertaining getting a divorce. She was still trying to working through a marriage.
right. But I find it weird that he's not fighting for custody. He's just fighting for her not to be on TV. And maybe it's because he doesn't want her around all that because
No, that's
a
not
lot
true.
of men cannot stand
No,
that
because
the
when he was
TV
on the
shows.
show and they were getting along together, the baby was also on the show. And when
Yeah,
they, at the end of last season, when they stopped getting along, this season we didn't get to see the baby at all
I
because
know.
they
But
were
I
mad at each
wonder
other.
if the show has a lot. I wonder if the show has a lot to do with them not being able to stay married. If it had a lot to the breakup of their marriage, because some people, like our spouses, would not be able to stand that type of scenario, that type of always being on camera, your kids being on camera and so forth, and the negative throwback from the TV show and how people see you and so forth. And maybe he doesn't like that stigma of having the loud ass Black woman. And back then in the day, they were fighting and acting ignorantly. Now they're a lot calmer than what they used to be. So I'm
Mhm.
wondering if that type of stigma had a lot to do with why their marriage broke up.
I don't
And
know,
but
but
she said
I
it's because of COVID. She feels like it would have been their marriage would have maybe been better, or things would have turned out differently if COVID hadn't happened.
I don't think that's true because last season there was no COVID and he was treating her horribly.
I
So
mean, and they never lived together, so I mean,
right.
they who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know what's
it's just
interesting?
an odd situation.
Yeah. Cynthia didn't say much. I mean, there was like no
I heard of,
storyline
like, I
for
heard
her.
her, but I couldn't tell which side she was on. Like sometimes because she wasn't that loud, she wasn't very vocal at all.
No, there was no really time
She
for her
did
to talk.
she did body language and her face and her like that kind of stuff. Like she'll be like, she didn't. I was surprised that instead of just staying silent, she was siding with things that Drew were saying a couple of times. And Candy, I know that once, like next week's episode, Drew is going to have Candy and Latoya. It's Latoya, right? It's Latoya, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's going to have Candy and Latoya probably at her, so she better get ready. But this episode, I felt like she got support from Cynthia a couple of times, and even from Candy a couple of times. So it's gonna be interesting. And I wonder why Cynthia and Kenya weren't talking that much on the episode, right?
Well, no. What I meant was that Andy really didn't have any questions for Cynthia. There was no storyline for this reunion episode for Cynthia. There wasn't much for her to say because everything was centered on Drew or Porsha.
They didn't ask a lot about Candy either.
Yeah, or Candy. Yeah. So I think next episode, they do get into the wedding, and which was most of Cynthia's storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do talk about the dungeon, which was most of Candy's storyline, and Kenya. So I think this season was mainly Kenya's season, really. Kenya and Porsha. That's what most of the storyline was about.
But I
And
have
Drew,
to admit, I did. Well, Drew made her own storyline. She made sure she did.
Oh, we have to talk about the husband.
That's what I say.
Husband. I still think that is a fake and phony storyline. I still think
it's fake and funny.
Yeah,
I think they have a great relationship.
He's in the basement.
Yeah.
He's in the basement.
I believe he might have gone to Florida because he needed to have receipts, but I do believe that she knew. And I think that they have a really good relationship, honestly, because to take care of that young man the way that her son, and bring him into the fold like he is.
Listen,
they have to have a really good
okay, hold up. He is a stepdad. Let's not make him into a saint. He is a stepdad.
Yeah,
there are plenty of stepdads and stepmoms.
I know,
but to have a good relationship of fatherhoods, he's a stepdad.
Yeah, but to have a good relationship with that, I think her and her husband have a decently good relationship. I think that
I think they have a good relationship.
I think that they're trying to put it like there's issues just to make it more interesting. But nonetheless, it worked because we all got involved in it.
I really like that he kind of stays out of the drama. Like that, Drew was there arguing with Kenya, and he was just sitting there, like he
was like, "Yeah, girl, argue."
Because Peter would have been all up in the mix.
Peter was terrible.
I like that he kind of
sticking up
stays behind and just like watches and stuff. So that's But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think about that maybe he didn't even go.
Yeah, I think he had to go because they said he went to Florida, so somebody had to better have some receipts because who knows who would have called him out. But I like the fact that they're in counseling. They said they're in counseling every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, wow, he agrees to go to counseling, but they're in counseling.
If they're getting along so good, why are they? And I don't believe that either. I just think they're liars. If your relationship is so great, why are you in counseling every week? If you had the perfect marriage, why are you in counseling every week?
She said it's perfect for them.
No, she said she just said to her. She didn't
to her, right?
Yeah, for them to her.
Only reason why she said that was because she was getting digged for saying that she has a perfect marriage. And
Well,
then
she
her
thinks she
excuse
has a
was,
perfect
well, it's
family,
perfect for
perfect
me.
kids,
Well,
Yeah.
she also said she had a perfect hairline, and her hairline looked horrible in that.
Well, she said manufactured,
What does she mean by that? Did she mean
meaning like it's a wig. It's a
Oh, okay,
wig
but
that
it
she
looks bad.
manufactured.
I was
I
looking
thought
at
her
the
wig looked bad too tonight.
like
Last
right
night?
here on the side. I was just
Yeah,
like,
that thing.
mhm.
Yeah. It was straight, like straight down.
So this is my theory about her hair because I've been trying to figure out like because I haven't liked most of her hairstyles, but I think it's her face. Like I don't think they fit her face right.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Right.
I mean, some of them are really bad. The ones, and also all her hairline, like all the wigs that you can see with the hairline is straight across. Who has a straight hairline? Like the one with the little braids. That was my worst. I hated that.
That was a nightmare.
I have to look back at that.
That was a nightmare.
Really? I have to look back at it because
Well, you know what? Actually, on Watch What's Happening Live, her wigs were much better because she probably got like lambasted. So she learned and she was wearing better wigs on that. So
somebody probably hooked her up.
yeah.
Hopefully she gets it together next season. And
I don't want her back next season. Like she is like
Well,
one of the
they need new blood in there because the aunties are aunties and they're not going to be acting as crazy all the time. So they need new blood. I don't know who they need.
Have her back on because I mean a lot of even I think Kenya said that she's good for the show.
Oh, Kenya said that.
And one of Candy's speak on it because Candy was like, yeah, I mean, but you're as good for the show. And she was like, okay, she said I didn't say she wasn't good for the show, so that's kind of like admitting that.
Okay,
she believes that she's very good.
You know who I don't think needs to be back on the show? LaTanya. Is it LaToya?
Toya.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to be back on the show. Something's wrong with her. She's too volatile.
Do you think she's going to be back on the show?
I said, I don't want her back on the show. Something about her is crazy. Right?
Well, I mean, she wasn't in the beginning.
No, she wasn't in the beginning. Then something switched up. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I think she has like a lot going on in her personal life. Her and her the ex-husband are kind of at it. Now she got a new boyfriend. There's drama around him. So
is there?
Yeah, because she was a YouTuber, and I guess she's been a YouTuber for a really long time.
Oh, okay.
So she apparently has like a big fan base, and then she had I think she was an individual blogger, and then her and her husband had like a family blog and stuff like that. But I think from some of the things I've seen, because YouTube pulls it up for me, and I'll like click on it. Like she was kind of, I mean, she's been kind of that way, just like really loud out there. Says what she thinks.
So in the beginning, she wasn't being herself, and then.
But how long was that for? I mean, she was calling out Drew's wig on the first episode. That was the first episode, right?
But she didn't act like she was like drunk or crazy. She was just mean, which I'm all for it.
I'm surprised that that Tanya's not back. Like I was expecting to see her.
Tanya was like, I'm not losing my man because of y'all. So bye bye.
You think they're gonna talk about her next week?
I think if Marlo comes out, I think if Marlo comes out, they'll say something because Marlo posted something.
Oh, what did she
say? On Instagram. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I saw a picture about Tanya. It was a picture of Tanya, her, and one other person on Instagram. So I didn't get a chance to read it. But
it's almost like Tanya never happened. I think I saw like a little I think the dungeon episode came on last night or something like that, and my TV recorded it, and I saw like a little snippet where Tanya was in it, and I was like, oh, I forgot she was there.
I
I completely forgot she was
and
there.
I liked her. I finally liked her this season.
Usually the blogs would talk about it, right? And somebody would find out where she's at and what's going on. How come nobody is finding out where she's at?
She didn't disappear off the face of the earth. She has like a Instagram page before I got off Instagram. She had Tanya Time where she was doing like a virtual book club. So she's living her life, but she's not.
She is still on Instagram. Okay.
Okay. Did she ever say why she's not back on the show?
Her husband was probably like, "It's either me or the show." And she's like, "I don't work, so I guess it's you."
Well, I thought she owned like a nursing business.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I could have.
She
home health.
Was a nurse, and I think she does do something with healthcare and technology.
Oh, she does. Oh, I didn't think she worked. Okay.
Oh no. She has her own thing outside of
okay.
Yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, she just probably wasn't trying to get mixed up in all of that.
And you know what? I thought Drew took it too far when I'm sure her husband was happy when she talked about Kenya flirting with her husband. Someone saying that your husband is handsome, that's not really flirting with him. That's just giving you a compliment.
She just tries to turn everything towards her.
She's been reaching, and that is just annoying. It's like we could maybe rock with you, but you're doing too much. You're doing way too much.
With the whole profit theme. She was constantly talked about it. No one cared about the profit.
The funny thing is, she was on Watch What Happens Live, I think last week, last week. And she was just saying, she brought the thing to, the tape to the party because everyone was like wanting to know about it. And I was like, I don't think anybody cared.
No one cared.
And you're the one who brought it up. And you're the one who kept making it a thing. I don't think anybody else was interested in it.
And she said everyone kept on talking about it. It's like, no, girl. Just you.
I was like, she must be delusional or something because
she was looking for something to say so that she could have a spot because the camera's not going to catch you if you're quiet.
Well, she did a good job this season of doing that. She did. She really did.
She had more camera time than Marlo.
She did, but she's a housewife, right?
Well, she's a main person.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get more camera time. Marlo's not a main. Marlo's a sub. She's a friend. She's a friend.
Her and Toya. Toya's a friend.
Friends. Yeah.
And then I think one of you guys told me that what's her name is divorcing her husband.
Yes, Fallon is. She's not gonna be on the reunion.
Why is she divorcing her husband?
I didn't see anything to say why, but apparently there had been rumors like earlier this year, and she was like shutting them down, saying that it's not true. And then I don't know if it was like last week or the week before, they both made an announcement that they were splitting.
Oh, no.
And they had only been married. Well, one of them said a year and a half, and the other said 2 years. Yeah.
Whoa, that was real quick.
Real quick. Almost too quick for a prenup to go through.
Does she have any kids by him? Oh, those were from her previous marriage or previous relationships?
I guess. According to Toya, it's from 3 different relationships. But according to Toya, I don't know if that's true.
Too bad. I like Fallon.
I did too.
Yeah, I did too.
She had a different look, didn't she?
Yeah. Maybe she'll be on next season. Because I read something that she said that the reason why she didn't go to New Orleans was because she really didn't know the girls or something. Did we talk about that?
That was for the trip, like what
to New Orleans, right?
To Savannah, to Charleston.
Oh, okay, yeah, we had talked about that.
Why she stayed? Right. Yeah. What a few of the other girls have said was that she's shy, and she said that too. I think when she came on Candy's show, that she's kind of shy and she didn't really like hang out. She wasn't used to hanging around women and stuff. So I don't know that she would be back. She didn't even really, yeah, she didn't bring a lot. I mean, I think the most interesting thing was when she got into a fight with Doyle.
That's true.
Yeah. And a swimming party with her googling husband and friend.
Friend, yeah. Well, all right, ladies, we got 2 more episodes before the Real Housewives of Atlanta is over. It's been a great season, but we have 2 more left to go. So
And
everyone
we'll
stay
find out what
tuned.
happened in the dungeon. That'd be nice.
Yes,
It'll be very
hopefully.
rewarding to figure.
Oh, they're going to tell the truth about what happened?
We don't know, but maybe.
Oh,
Maybe we'll
okay.
find out.
Yeah, we already know the truth.
We really don't know what happened.
do.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened.
We do. She slept with Bolo. We already know that. And it's okay.
I
Hopefully
don't
it was
know.
good. All right, ladies. So do you already want to take it away?
Yes.
Take it away.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment below, and like us.
And turn on your notifications.
Turn on your notifications.
All right,
See you on
everyone.
Thursday, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you see.